Hello, how you guys doing? Hope you're having a good day or good evening or whenever you see this video. Well, this is this one's focused on relationship between men and women, and we're gonna hear from the woman's side of you on what is their mindset of today. Why is that they think the way they do, and the reason why. And this is possibly one reason why some women are not getting dates. But I have some couple video here from content creators, and shout out to their content, and I'll come back with my opinion.
Cannot catch a break. Look at this. That is a critical engine failure for the second time in the 2.5 years that I've had this piece of Kia Soul.
At 36 years old, I'm understanding that being strong is not a flex, and I am tired. Yeah. Do you know how bad I want to just sit down, relax, and allow someone to come into my space and love me properly?
Y'all don't get it, man. Kevin Samuels was right all along. Winter is here.
They're broke. They're broke with flaky jobs and no real future. Yeah, I don't need no man. Oh, you need a man. You need a man like you never knew before because
winter is coming.
Winter is coming.
You don't know what you do.
I don't want to be a powerful, independent woman. I don't want to try to fix my own refrigerator. I should be upstairs, doing a live, reading questions about if your exes are coming back.
I want you to read what this says, or I want to read to you what this says. Modern women are tired of being strong and independent. Once you've chosen feminism over building a foundation with a man, there's no turning back. Let's get it.
This is I'm tired of being an independent woman.
Y'all want to be independent? That's great. But not me. I don't want to be independent. I want the bills in my name. The electric, the cable, the internet, the heat, the gas, the car note.
At 36 years old, I'm understanding that being strong is not a flex, and I am tired.
I bet you are. You know how I know you're tired? Because I'm built for this, and I stay tired, Joe. Tired is the norm for me. Tired is the norm. You know the only time I get sleep? Let me tell you something. Let me explain the norm of being a man that's out there getting it. The only time I really truly can sleep, and this sucks, LeBay is not gonna like this, but it's the truth. I have to be out of the country to the point that my phone and everything is off. So I'm not paged because I'm on call 24/7, 365 days a year. So I can't get paged, and I have to know Labea and my kids are all very safe. So it's normally best if Labea is in Colombia with the family and stuff like that, and I know my girls are good. Or the only other time that I really can, the best I sleep in the United States is the weekends that my girls are here. So when Labea, Guapito, and the girls are here, I know everybody is under my roof and my protection. That's the best sleep I'm gonna get here in the States. Other than that, like when I went to, I slept really good at the Intercontinental in Bangkok. Once I knew that my girls were home from Paris, I knew Labea was good, and I got to Bangkok and I was there for 3 days, and I only had like some shopping to do on my agenda. Man, I slept so freaking good in Bangkok. Last year, the best sleep I got was in Macau, China. Shout out to Reggie Martin for hooking me up with the Conrad Hilton there. So, but yeah. So I can track the like 4 or 5 good nights of sleep I get a year. So shorty, Welcome to the club. This is what responsibility and manhood looks like. I am always tired. It's my normal. It's my normal. After I get off this live stream, I'm going to do some reading for class. And then I'll be up and at 'em and ready to work first thing in the morning. Let's go.
At 36 years old, I'm understanding that being strong is not a flex, and I am tired.
Yeah.
Do you know how bad I want to just sit down, relax, and allow someone to come into my space and love me properly and to just me versus you?
Y'all don't get it, man. Y'all don't get it. I'm telling you, man. It's that you were not built for this, and the International Quiet Storm says this perfectly. Kevin Samuels was right all along. Winter is here. Absolutely. Absolutely. And what else did Kevin used to say? Pressure is made for shoulders, not for hips. I was having a conversation with my daughter's godfather, Wayne. Wayne and I have been buddies since 97. He's an Air Force veteran too. And Wayne is out in Arizona. I love that brother, man. And we don't get to talk so much because we're so busy and everything. And I was telling Wayne, I was like, bro, because I'm thinking about going ahead and closing the pool and everything. Do you know I got in my own pool one freaking time this year. One time. La Bay and Guapito.
That's kind of a long story. But it's interesting though. Yeah, oh shit. How did I get that? Okay. Let's go cut through it.
Dating in DC is trash. I'm gonna tell you why. Go ahead, Ali.
Alright, so we went out to 4 different bars yesterday.
Yeah, like lounges, they're all upscale.
All upscale, all at really high-end hotels.
Mm-hmm.
And one thing that we observed is that men want to approach you. They will approach you
They were gonna approach you.
after you pay your tab.
Yeah. It's a weird dating culture here. This is not like in New York. It's not like in Miami, where if men see you, you're beautiful. Can I get you a drink? Can I get you something? Right? It's over here that they want to make conversation, and I do think this is related to being a minority because we are not the beauty standard here. We are not the beauty standard. No. Not in DC. Not in DC. No. Anyway, I mean, not good inside. Go ahead, please.
So pretty much we went to one lounge in particular. There's an energy convention going on. A lot of males.
We were probably
I
There's
don't know. It's like
4 women.
and like 25 men.
Yeah. So we're thinking pickings are great. Like, we're not going to have to really pay for anything. Like, you know, and these are all men, literally business suits. Like, they are all dressed. Like, they look like they are, you know, low. Like, they look like they're very comfortable, okay? And this is a very nice hotel lounge, okay?
They have no problem staring though.
And no problem staring, honey.
Because we were looking good.
We were looking good. And my thing is, we're wrapping up the night, okay? No one's saying anything. We're just getting stares. And okay, well, we're just going to go then. So we, you know, pretty much the bill comes.
Yeah. And then one guy who's been eyeing Mara all night comes over, tells her, "You're so hot. I told my friends that I know you. That's why I'm staring."
And he's like, "Well, can you stay? Like, I'll get you something top shelf." And I said, "Well, you know, we're actually about to leave, and we're actually about to close out the tab. So, I mean, if you want to cover this, you can, and if you want us to stay, but if not, like, we're just gonna go." And what did he say? Go ahead.
He put his hand out and he said, "No, I can't do that."
I already told you girls, when a man says no to you, what the hell that means, okay? At this point, you're not even trying to impress. So I was like, okay, thank you for your no, and I'm gonna say no to you, so we're just gonna go then. So as we're leaving, he started chasing me down, talking about, "Where are you going?" And I said, "Well, you're not gonna pay, so why are we gonna stay?"
Based on what she's saying, no, she didn't exactly say the demographic, or at least I didn't catch it, of these 25 men that were in there and the 4 women, including these 2 ladies right here. But the fact that you feel like you're entitled to this man's money, and the only way that he's to get your attention is by covering a tab that he did not run up, which there are dudes that do that. There are dudes who buy women drinks, but the fact that he came up to you to engage you, you were already complaining and said, none of these guys are coming up to us, and oh, it's a sausage fest in here, so we should have a picking, we should have all the pickings because there's only a few of us. Scarcity creates value. There's 4 of us, da 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 da. Now, you say you're not the beauty standard, but at the end of the day, Cameron just talked about this on his show. It's your attitude that makes you ugly, and he probably would have chose you if you would have shown that you were independent, self-sufficient, and all the.
Shalom, everyone. My name is Erisorif. I'm the president of.
I don't even interrupt with the commercials.
Salute the black men. Have y'all ever seen these skits where you got a few dudes hanging around, and soon as black women come around, one of them start acting like super gangster? He start, talking about how many people he sent to the upper room, pulling out the Roscoe. Why would he do something like that? Yeah, it's a skit, right? But why would he do something like that? What would make him do something like that? Because it's a skit based off reality. Oh yeah, Duke is a bozo, of course, but why is he doing it? He's doing it for the affection and recognition from black women, because he understands they love criminals, they love gangsters, they love thugs. So the more insane, the more felonious, the more ready and willing to commit crimes, the more he would seem more attractive to her. I want to read this. It's an article. It's from the New Pittsburgh Courier, right? And it's from 2015. And it says, excuse me, give me a second. Hey sisters, good black men want you, but do you really want them? Right? Now let me read this. You need to pay attention, black men. You need to really pay attention and listen. Listen to this. Jonathan Farley, PhD, a math professor and graduate of Harvard and Oxford University, says that in recent years we have seen the rise of the allure of the culture. In an article in Essence titled Players and Professors, a nice guy steps up. He explained why even educated professional black women prefer to date thugs over professional black men. One woman interviewed said black women want a stronger protector and don't see professional black men as strong. Oh, stick around, black men. It's going to get nastier. Stick around. So what's strong? What's strong? I tell you what's strong. You know what's strong? Building a foundation off the back of your labor, holding a family up, That's what's strong. Being there for your children, that's what's strong. Teaching them principles. Showing them what morality looks like. That's what's strong. No, that's not what's strong to Keisha. What's strong to them is walking around with a Roscoe hanging out your pants. Ready to send anybody to the upper room. Tattoos. White beaters on with tattoos showing. Just came home from prison. Ready to crash out at any moment. That's what's strong to them. Oh, it gets nasty. It gets nasty. Yeah, how can you say that about black men who are not into thug culture, who just want the family, raise their kids, go to work, come home, do the same day every day, knowing that at any moment, something can happen to them. And instead of going YOLO, you only live once. Remember that? Instead of doing that and saying, you know what, I'm out of here. Anything can happen to me. I'm going to just live my life. I'm going to go out there. I'm going to take every woman I see on the Tizzy tour and forget these kids. No. You know what they do? You know what black men do? That's not thugs in the thug culture, professional black men. They know, anything can happen to me. Let me set up something for my children. Let me set up something for my wife. Let me set this aside just in case something happened to me. That's not strong? Anyway, let's continue. Let's continue.
It's gotta be Negro.
Let's continue.
Let's go.
Now, sisters, I don't mean to be rude, but if there's any truth to Farley's theory, then something is truly wrong with y'all. He's talking about the PhD, Jonathan Farley. Contrary to popular belief, I adore black women. I have openly criticized the tasteless behavior I've seen from certain black women and will continue to do so, but that doesn't mean I hate my sisters. It's quite the contrary, actually. I love, cherish, respect, and admire black women. In fact, I only date black women. But I must be honest, sisters, you make it extremely hard for men to love you, and don't think I'm not aware of why many of you are choosing to date white guys. It's because they tend to be passive and easygoing. They're much easier to control and push around, but that's a dictatorship, not a partnership. Now, did you hear what he just said? And I don't think they even understand what they're saying. So Brad can be a pushover. Brad can be passive. Brad don't need to be strong. But black men, you have to be a thug. But Brad can be a geek. I don't think they understand what he just said. This is the problem. Brad can be any geek off the street. Brad can be a nerd. Brad can be in the Dragon Ball Z. Brad can know every Naruto character. Did I say that right? Naruto? I don't know. play Pokemon. Brad can do all this. Play, Call of Duty all day. Brad can do all of this. But when it comes to black men who's into anime, no. That's a nerd. They're not trying to hear it. You gotta be a thug when you're a black man. Anyway, let's get to it. Granted, I understand there are many black men who don't deserve the privilege. What? Oh, here we go. These simps, man. These simps. Granted, I understand there are many black men who don't deserve the privilege of being with a black queen. I've come in contact with plenty of deadbeat dads, womanizers, abusers, criminals, and wannabe thugs, but they'll make up a small portion of available black men. Now, listen to that part. I've come in contact with plenty of deadbeat dads, womanizer, abusers, criminals, and wannabe thugs, but they make up a small portion of available black men. Well, first of all, they're not black men. Second of all, that small portion of available black males, that's who majority of black women are having babies with.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
It is a small portion.
Yep.
74% of Keishas procreate with 19% of Pookies.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep.
They sleep with the same men.
Mm-hmm.
In that rat community, they sleep with the same men.
Mm-hmm.
They fight over the same Pookie. They fight over Pookie.
Yep.
They don't fight over the truck driver.
No. No.
They don't fight over the postal worker.
No. No.
They don't fight over the security guard. They don't fight over the plumber, the carpenter,
No.
the HVAC technician. They don't fight over these guys.
No. No.
They fight over Ray Rizzle from the Blizzle. Nevertheless, many black women prefer bad boy types.
Mm-hmm.
They run into the arms of thugs and layabouts, procreate with them, and wonder why they're left having to raise children alone. Sisters, I have to be brutally, I can't stand when they say that. For black men, they're not our sisters. They're strangers. I don't know. You got to get rid of that simp talk. Sister this, sister that. They don't call you brother. They don't call you brother. They call you N-word.
Yes.
N-word, N-word, N-word. They do not call you brothers.
Go on TikTok and you'll find out. They do.
Sisters,
they do.
I have to be brutally honest. The black family structure is crumbling because many of you are choosing to be with N-words instead of responsible, goal-oriented, good black men. You waste your time kicking and screaming, hoping that Tyrone would get his act together when instead you can choose a nice guy. I often hear sisters say, I need a man who can handle a strong woman like me, but wait a minute, why do you want a man to handle you? Are you an animal? Wouldn't you rather be loved instead? Sisters, why do so many of you equate masculinity with thuggery? Sagging pants, tattoo, and rowdy behavior aren't indicators of strength. They're signs of immaturity and weakness. Get a clue. Your children deserve better fathers. You deserve better husbands. The black community needs stronger families. Stop choosing the wrong men.
Right.
First of all, the black community, what's that? Where's that at? Black men, wherever black men go, that's the community. Communities are based off the men. The men. They the builders, they the protectors. That's what black men had for Keisha before she left. So when Keisha left, black men decided to go elsewhere. They started blending in with other communities. That's what they started doing. They started, oh wait, all right, there's no reason to stay here. Keisha left. Keisha took Brad's crumbs. Okay, it's time to leave. They left. Keisha went and created what? The rat community. And she's the one that lords over the rat community. She's the matriarch, the rat community. So what black community are these people talking about when they say black community? Anyway. Here's the problem. Black women have become so cynical and afraid of being mistreated, they don't know how to behave when they finally meet a good black man. I get it. It's hard to trust someone after you've been hurt over and over again. And this is the reason why the double talk here is insane. You just said that they choose the wrong guy. They out there choosing Ray Rizzle, right? So if they out there choosing Ray Rizzle, then the mistreatment is you. You're mistreating yourself. You're the one choosing. Therefore, it's your fault. It's nobody else's fault. You choose the same guy over and over. You can't point fingers.
Right.
When you talk like this, say things like this, you give them an out. No, we're not doing that anymore. You don't get an out. You don't get a scapegoat. You don't get that. You have to be held accountable. You have to look yourself in the mirror and say, you are the problem because you keep choosing these type of guys. That's the only way the problem gets fixed. Instead of saying, oh, the guys that she kept choosing were doing her dirty. No, the guys you kept choosing is the reason why you got done dirty. Anyway, many sisters are.
But I'm about to. I want to go to the woman's side of this, and for black men out there, if you don't feel appreciated about what's going on, check this out. Shout out to Miss Brooks.
Being one of us means holding the key to any door worth entering. It's about getting what we want. But trust me.
So I don't date American black men. Black males say stuff like, oh, we don't date black women. No, hun, black women don't date you. Because let's just keep it a buck. Like, let's just keep it honest. The black males that act like they don't date black women are just the black males that black women have passed up on for years because something is wrong with them. Come on now. Black women don't date you.
That's fair enough, but meanwhile you have this going on in Germany.
Like, what's your preference to dudes? Like, you date German guys?
No.
You date black dudes?
Yeah.
Like, exclusively? Like, only black dudes? Or you open to date anybody but German dudes?
I used to be into, like, Middle Eastern type shit or, like, Hispanic dudes, but, like, not anymore.
Do German women like black men?
Yes, they do.
Yes, they do.
Yes, they do.
They love black men.
They love black guys.
Why is that? What's the reason for that?
You know, I think it's that's what I mean. We're different. We've got the sauce.
We've got the sauce. We've got the
style. We've got sauce.
All German women like melanin, and they don't care where the melanin come from.
Everyone, I know you are excited to hear what we are going to be talking about in today's video, including the clips I am going to show you. But before we start off, I would like to say Happy New Week to everyone. Make sure you do whatever you do intentionally. Make sure you always be the best version of yourself. And if you are having a bad day, just remember, every day only has 24 hours. So with that being said, thank you so much for being here. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't, and let's get right into the video. So today's video is not about bashing anyone. It's not about talking down on anyone or making anyone look bad. It's about showing those black men that ladies like in the beginning of the clip just don't want to date. It's about supporting you guys and showing you and making you understand that there are other parts in this world where women are less delusional, where women are more receptive to very simple dates, and also have love for a lot of you guys. Okay, so with that being said, please don't feel offended, because the truth is going to be truth, and all you're going to get on this channel is the truth. So enough said, let's roll the clip.
So I don't date American black men. I have never dated an American black man, and my reasons are quite simple. So a few days ago, I made a video about coffee dates, and I basically talked about how I would never accept a coffee date as a first date. I think it's low effort, and it's just not my thing. Surprisingly enough, and I was genuinely surprised, 98% of the commenters and the people that were upset were American black men. So shocked, because I didn't think that video would land on their For You page, but it did, and hundreds of them, hundreds, were crying on my shoulder over the fact that I would not drink bean juice.
Serious question. What in the world is wrong with a simple coffee date? You and the man barely know each other, so why is the man supposed to take you to a restaurant that is expensive, make you eat all this food, make you drink all of these expensive drinks, probably have to pick you up in his car so you can check out what kind of car he's driving? If the car is not nice enough, you already know in your head that you're not going to call the man back. Stop it. Why is a simple coffee date not enough? You don't know him, he doesn't know you. And all those men that you claim were crying on your shoulder because of the things that you have said, they were not crying, sweetheart. They were just trying to make you understand that being so entitled is really not going to get you anywhere in today's dating game. Especially not when men realize that they can travel the world to different countries and meet women who are a lot more humble, who are, okay with so many more simple things. Which does not mean that those women in other countries don't have any standards. They do have standards, but they are not that entitled, they are not that delusional.
They were in my comments calling me all types of names, saying that I'm a gold digger and saying that I'm this and that, and then unprovoked, they started attacking me for my looks. By the way, I was so nice in that video. I did not insult anyone in that video, but they were insulting me. They were coming at me for my skin color, saying that I'm too dark and that I shouldn't have any standards. They were coming at me for my Afrocentric features. They were coming at me because I have an Afrocentric hairstyle in. Black American men honestly have this habit of attacking black women for the way that they look, especially if you are a darker skinned woman or you have more Afrocentric features. They will attack you. So the fact that they came at me for my looks unprovoked is not surprising to me at all.
First of all, those guys in your comment section who actually called you names and came in your skin color, the way you style your hair, they were not men. They were probably just some young guys who don't have nothing else better to do except for coming at a woman's looks online. But trust me when I tell you that these guys, they would never have the courage to say this into your face, so don't even feel bad about it. But I do want to say that any man would call you delusional, would call you entitled, would call you a gold digger if you are sitting on the internet, and it doesn't matter how nice you are in the video, but if you say that a simple coffee date is not enough effort, any man would tell you that. Because in a man's eyes, which is nothing wrong with, a woman that they barely know should not get any more than a coffee date. For example, I don't know if you have heard about the drizzle movement. There are men who go out on dates with women and then expect the bill to be split in half, which I personally don't even think there's anything wrong with that. So yes, if you do sit there and you say, oh no, a coffee date is not enough for me, that's why I don't date American black men. If you would come to Germany right now, if you would go to Turkey right now, if you would fly over to Russia right now, no man will do more.
They will berate you, break you down, and take advantage of you. I don't know why, but the sight of seeing a black woman, a dark-skinned black woman, having standards really does bother them. Maybe it's because in their mind, nobody ever talks about this, but they believe black women, dark-skinned black women, deserve crumbs. colorism is real, and they think that we deserve crumbs and that we shouldn't have any standards. I mean, I was getting so many messages and comments saying, "You're dark skinned, why do you have all these standards?" The only reason why that video got them really upset was because it basically told them to do better. And they do not take well at all to being told to do better, as you can clearly see. And it's because they are not required to. They are used to giving women nothing, giving women crumbs, but then receiving the world.
Can I stop right here? I always hear black women that say there are enough black men that don't care what color shade you are. There are black men that preferably want black women. Don't matter if you're dark skinned, you're brown skinned, you're metal skin, and it's black men that just only deal. And I heard plenty of black men say they're the ones who are pro-black. I mean, straight up unapologetic black. Where is this stuff is coming from? I mean, I just don't understand. But just I want to say that's why I said that's not true. Go ahead.
Back. Hey, bro.
So?
Lost it? Lost it.
Receiving the world back.
There is a slight difference between having standards as a woman or being entitled or maybe even a little too delusional. Let's get into the details. Having standards as a woman mean that you carry yourself like a lady. You know how to dress, you know how to talk properly, you know how to walk, you know how to conduct yourself, and you don't show yourself to everybody in public or online. And I do have to admit, she looks very presentable, in my humble opinion, sitting there with her cute blouse, her earrings, you know, the way she talks, she doesn't really talk very disrespectful. But what she does do that caught my attention is she's calling those men names that she claimed were calling her names. Now, in my humble opinion, you don't do that. You don't stick to somebody else's level if you don't like the way they approach you. Let's get into the part of the video I know you are waiting for the most. Let's hear from some American guys who live here in Germany, what they have experienced so far with some women who just love those men that some ladies in America really don't want to date.
That likes black men, like, was it mostly white German women?
It depends, you know. I think white women in Germany a lot now because of the Afro vibes nowadays. So it's white women a lot, obviously the black women. I think the Turkish women a bit as well. The Turkish women, they love it. The Turkish women, they love
the different culture.
I swear, they love it. They love it.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Okay, and how do you both approach a German girl? To like,
German girl, how do I approach it? Well, because I was born here, so I speak both languages. I speak English and German. So first of all, I just speak to them in English at first.
Yes.
And they go, "Oh, are you from England?" They go, "Yeah." And then you just speak. Then afterwards, when they say something to you, and you reply to them in German, they're like, "Whoa, you speak German too?" Yeah.
That's a game right there, bro. That's a game right there. What about you, bro? What's your game?
I just go to them, say, "Hey, what's up?" So I just got my game and speak to them. So it's no problem for me.
You tell them, okay, so are you free tomorrow for coffee or whatever? Let's hang out.
Depends where you want to go. Breakfast.
It's like you go for all the job.
That's him, innit? I don't do all that.
It's like a really good girl. I say like,
I don't do all that.
Go to on the coffee and stuff. So
it depends, innit, what you want to do. Are you free tomorrow to go out for lunch, dinner, or something? To drink something, you know? It just depends.
Okay, so what about where?
It is so much more easier over here to get in contact or to spark up a conversation with women over here who are really into American black guys or into black men in general. But I do have to say, did you peep how both of them were mentioning coffee dates or just going to get something to drink? Did you hear that? I know I did, from both of them. Meaning, it's really not a big deal when you're over here going on a coffee date. That translating into women over here are not that delusional. Now, you do have women who are saying, "Oh, I'm just too good for a simple coffee date." I'm not going to lie about that. But 95% of women over here are going to be completely fine with just sitting somewhere on steps, people watch, getting some ice cream, going to grab some coffee. It is completely fine. That's like what's being done on the regular here. Ladies in America or in any other countries where there are a lot of delusional ladies, I know not all of you, take notes. And as far as the cities where you guys could actually travel to, there are cities such as Düsseldorf, Cologne, Hamburg, or Kaiserslautern, maybe even Frankfurt. Berlin is a great place to visit too, but we're gonna have to get into the locations and everything and all in detail in the next video, because this video would just be way too long. So please be patient for that. And I would like to show you two ladies who have a different mindset when it comes to dating. And surprisingly, they are from Europe. Let's see what they have to say.
Poland. If I wanted to take you on a first date, what's the most I should spend on it?
It's never mind. I can go to McDonald's. Like, I can go for a walk. You can spend $0.
Right.
It's about, again, respect, communication, the way how you treat me, and just if you are nice and put actually an effort to invite me somewhere, not me invite you.
So if we had chemistry and I said, hey, let's just hang out and go to the park together, you're fine with that?
Yes, 100%.
Yeah. Well, why not a $400 first date at Nobu or Gecko?
Because it doesn't matter. For me, it doesn't matter. I don't want to see your money. Like, I want to see you. If you talk with me, like with respect, and you're interesting, like about me, myself, like, you know, then that's fine. I don't need your money. I am not like that. Like, I'm cool with just walking with that person. I'm just sitting somewhere and just talk.
I think we could all agree if we say that this type of mindset makes a woman so much more attractive than she already is. And I believe it is so cute the way she said it's about a rich heart, not about a rich wallet. And it's really as simple as it can get, because if you can just sit with a woman and just conversate in a very simple way, that just means that woman is easygoing. She's not going to expect all of these crazy things out of you as a man, because honeys, let's be honest with ourselves. Are we always talking about that we're such boss babes and all of these things? So why are we expecting all these things from men when we're such bosses? We should be able to afford all of those things to ourselves or for ourselves. There's absolutely nothing wrong with going on a coffee date. It is simple, it is quick, it is cute. You can exchange all the information that you need on a first date without having to spend too much money. Besides, who cares about what kind of car a man drives? Who cares about what kind of job he has? Who cares about what kind of money he got? I mean, yeah, you can solve a lot of problems with money, but you cannot buy genuine love with money, and you sure cannot buy happiness with money. And that is a fact. I don't care who says what in the comment section. So at the end of the day, gentlemen, drizzle, you don't have to spend all of that money on a woman. You already know how it is. And dear ladies, make sure you turn it down a notch. And before you expect a man to spend all this money on you, try to put yourself in his shoes and ask yourself, why in the world do you deserve all that money to be spent on? I mean, let's just be honest with ourselves. Everybody, thank you so much for watching today's video. I hope you were able to...
Now I'm going to come in with my comment. Thank you, Miss Brooks, for referring to it. And I hope any American men that see this, black, white, Latino, whatever, that see this, this is the last video. That's the ultimate one. You see how attractive the women were? You see how what they really what they didn't just say that just to be in front of the camera. So we can't say that, you know, like American women say, well, they're uneducated. We see that they speak English and they speak in whatever their native tongue. We see that they dress really well and they articulate themselves. So you can't use that excuse, but some women do, because they know how to catfight at another woman. But look at the mindset of the women. At one point in time, there were a good percentage of women in America that had the same mindset as the European women. But after a while, this Western culture took over, and it's almost like the different mindset that they have. But now that they starting to see, and I was hearing this one guy, his name is Skylar Rosen. He had on this video that, and I might probably show his video in the next video, that he was saying that he was telling men 3 countries for far as dating women not to go to. He said Sweden, South Korea, and he said Canada was 3 countries. He said he could have mentioned more. And he said that the reason why, because they're picking up the same mindset has some women over here. And so they're trying to be a boss babe. They're trying to come into that feminism. They're trying to, and the men, it is so bad in Sweden he said that most of the guys that's in Sweden is either in Thailand, they're either in Philippines, or they in some other country. The Korean man is the same way. The Korean man, the Sweden man, and probably Canadian man is the same way. Canadian men, probably that's why you see them down in South America. And he said that, and he also mentioned that, you know, if you can be charged and put out a felony in Canada if you don't say a man is a woman or a woman is a man, whatever, and mispronounce the pronoun. He said so whacked up there, and he was saying how Canadian men were saying, why do people want to come to Canada? Don't come to Canada if you're a single man. I was like, whoa. So they picked up the same mindset. So he was saying what countries to go to that they still ain't operating. And I said this a long time ago, and I probably didn't get that many views. I knew this stuff was happening. I knew men was going to start turning that direction. Now you have women saying that and see, it's their own fault, like AC said. It's who they choose. It's what they say. They say that you don't need no man. They make these videos, and the ones who you see on social media, but there's ones, a good portion that you may not be on social media, but you see the mindset, and you see the mindset of men changing. And when they go and have these all together singles party, there's nothing but women. There's been it's about 5-6 commentators and men showing that, you know, we try to see if we can get a hot guy and but no guys show up. So the men, and then the one time they said this on this one video, there were 2 men that were really well dressed and looked like they came out of a real expensive car. He was well dressed and everything, and that all the ladies kind of turned their head and looked at him, and the woman, somebody said he kind of said something to the DJ, and all the women looked at him, and he walked right back out. He was dressed properly, 6 feet tall and everything. Probably look athletic and everything. Handsome, probably look athletic, the whole 9 yards, kind of a car. And then when they get the 6 feet, the 6'5" guy, if he has a nature of a teddy bear, he's weak. If he don't do certain, it's not to a standard. And that's true what he was saying, how some women, they would rather go with the man who has a borderline domestic violence mentality than deal with the man that has a rational mind. And they think that the one who they put the fear in them, that you have to get someone to call the cops to come get them off. And this is what kind of man that they meet. But the man who don't display that behavior, they think is weak. It's what they choose. They choose this. And then they think that all men are horrible. They get some guy, all men are cheaters, all men are horrible, but they meet the man that, okay, you knew that he was a cheater, he's a player. You see that he got multiple baby mamas. So my chances at 10, he's probably going to be unfaithful. Because he don't know how to be, he's not smart enough to settle down, or he haven't got to a position in life that was spiritually mature to settle down with one woman. And soon, you have a falling out, he can't handle it, so he go out and get him another woman. So, but he charms you enough to get you in the bed. He charms you enough to have him do things for him that the nice man couldn't get. And then when you fall for his lines and you fall for that charm, then you stay back in reserve. This is what happened. And all of a sudden you want to then when the good man come along, who may not have that kind of personality, you use and manipulate him. And you think that he's weak, or you'll play him for a while, but you really want that. Then you have one that want that bad with that bad boy. And here's the funny part about it. They don't think some men is going to figure this out. Then you have some women so So they watch these women, like the one woman that brings women on the show, and that's what kind of man, because she has a Kendra G. Men are watching that. When they come on there, they're watching, and the men are probably saying, "Is this worth even me investing mentally, emotionally, in my finances, my time? You know, when I can go a halfway around and a woman would show me the comfort, the femininity, the nurturing, and all the aspects of a potential mate." And so when they find that I don't, you know, every couple gonna have a little disagreement, but she don't over kind of challenge your manhood like they do in Western part, and that's all men, and it shouldn't require a certain height of a man, weight of the man, or what his background, how much money he made, just to give him some respect. And they'll pass over trying to meet this ideal guy, and they still won't be happy. They can meet the 6 foot tall man. If he don't display a certain personality, they don't want him. After a while, they don't want him, because he don't have like he said, thuggery. So good men see that, who have the good jobs, who able to, like AC said, why would a man want to invest mentally in time? Why would he want to deal with a flip-floppy? A woman said one thing, she gets online and said that this is what she wants. She meets the man, and then she gets into this, maybe a 3 to 6 month that time period to see where this woman's mindset is at. You gotta see mentally. See this. Ladies don't understand this. Good men with good personalities, regardless of whatever walk of life they come from. We don't want somebody, and I think majority of men would probably don't want somebody that's insane. We're praying that we don't get in the same woman. If we get an attractive woman, we don't want someone talking to us crazy and off the hook. And it's going to cause you more headache, more havoc, and drain you mentally, emotionally, physically, and financially. So men have something to invest in that, ladies. So when a man's looking for you, that's what he don't want. But when you display this odd behavior, this high expectation, and then the men that have it and saying this certain thing they're missing out that you don't have. It's not that how much he can respect that. Okay, that's good. You're a smart woman. You educate yourself and you put yourself in this career. It's good that, but there's certain things that the element of a woman, girlfriend, potential to a fiance, to a wife that he want. And that's the most thing about it is, can you be my companion? It's not how smart you are. Can you be my companion? And I don't care if it's the richest man in the world, the most educated man in the world, or the hard-working man to the low-working man. What we all have in common is this. Can you be my companion? That's what it comes down to. Can you be that? And they're looking for what's basically biblically that wife, that virtuous woman. And if you don't meet it, now some men would go out there and pay for play, and that's a good person. Some men with money to do that can afford to play for play. But for the ones that don't, you ruined it. So now men don't, and that's it. Men was gonna cut off. I knew this a long time ago. Men was going to, in America and other places, it's going to cut away from a portion of women. And now women are complaining, what's going on with the men? You see them on social media. Look what you've done. You belittle the men. You castrate the men. You castrate them in so many ways that even if you were a single mother, the court system is going to go against them. And he's like, that's not the father. You don't have to take care of him like that. But if you get involved with this man and he moves in with you, that man might end up paying child support. What the kid's father do? What's he getting out of it? So a man with everything got to lose in that way. Because there are laws that hey, if your baby's dad didn't pay child support, somebody gonna have to pay this child support. So the man that you with might have to pay the child support, whatever with his personal finances. So yeah, man got something to lose. Number two thing, it doesn't bad that you independent and everything. Especially it's a man that because some jerk you met and he have been in the kid's life, so the kids don't have no financial support. But when you get involved with somebody, that's the chance that they gotta take. And the way the laws in America is, in certain places, in certain states, men ain't gonna take that chance. And you think about it, men see other men lose everything. A man see another man, get done unjustly. They take half his pension, they take half his assets, they take half, and it's like, wow. And it could be something that he didn't even want to lead a relationship. He might didn't even want to lose it all, but now he has to sacrifice and go right back and half the earnings that he did. So man has something, that's a mentally, emotionally, he invested time, his education, job, whatever, and built his stacking up and everything. So man got something to lose. As far as the man's perspective on it, but no one ever hears out men, and some men are just frustrated, and so you got they all these high expectations of you got me way up at this at ridiculous income, and that's not reality. You see no matter the most men in the high executive position can get laid off in managerial position and get laid off. But and that's the reason why. So why should I deal with that? And you got some women on this high, just like the women in Sweden, just like the women in South Korea, and just like the women in Canada. Your men are leaving because you so proud. You're gonna be just like those women over there, a lot of American women. And I hate to say it always seems like it's white women doing it, but black women gotta be the cheap the face of it. It's just what you do and what you want. You say you want your man. Then you act like when you can't stand your man, you go get another man, and then something don't work out with the other race of man. Then you want to come back to the men, and then you wonder why the other men, your own men, you just call them, castrate them, say that they wouldn't worth nothing. I ain't gonna date another black man. Okay, they heard that. Now what? Now you out there, then you meet another man of another race. If it don't work out too well, you're screwed. Because your own words. You didn't go by character. You went by the color. And a lot of, and this dark skin, light skin thing, come on now. There are black men that is going for you. It was because of your personality. It got nothing to do with that. There are black men don't care how dark a black woman is. That's just something y'all been playing that stuff. And I don't know if it's something from the past, from the plantation or what. You got this. Black people got this mentality, and it always seems like it starts with women saying that they always get them like white women. Well, no, not all black men want light to white women. There's black men that want black and chocolate women. They don't care. They're just looking for a woman with subsidy. That's what it seemed like to me. They want to stay faithful, but you got some of your own women telling you don't qualify. I'm looking for a Ray Ray. I ain't looking for that. Can you do like Ray Ray do? Go get that money, and that's all. I don't just pamper me. That's the reason. So anyway, that's what I gotta say with this video. But shout out to all the commentators. But hey, maybe the women who are making saying this silly stuff online, and the reason why they're single, maybe they need to check themselves in the mirror. That's what I'm saying. So hopefully this message will get to somebody. And guys, there's always hope. When you get rejected, whatever they treat you like, you're a treasure in someone else. So keep your head up. See you next time. Be blessed. on this video.